Hello, everyone. It's Sunday, and that means it's another edition of Tim's Takeaways. Got a lot to get into, so we'll start right away with one of the greatest individual performances in state history on the basketball court Friday night. Ashley Sanaya Rivers scoring 50 points, went 15 of 30 from the field, and 17 of 20 from the free throw line in a dominant win over New Hanover. Ashley also set a school record with for points with 82, and just a really impressive performance from Sanaya. We've come to expect that from her, but still, nonetheless, 50 points in a game is very impressive for her. I looked up the records Friday night, and the 50 points puts Sanaya in a tie for 14th in state history for points in a game. She's also averaging 34.3 points per game, which right now is probably, I would say, in the top 10. They only list the top three, and she's got a little ways to go to catch the top three, but if she can continue to put up 40, 50-point games, she could definitely reach that. So far this year, she's had five 40-point games, and I expect the regular season's closing out this week, and then the playoffs are getting underway. So I expect this is going to kind of be go time for Sanaya. I mean, she's already, obviously the go-to player, but I have a feeling this being her final high school season that she's really going to try and put the team on her back. A lot like I think I'm going to compare it to like Kemba Walker in 2011 when he kind of single-handedly took UConn to a national championship. They won the Big East tournament and then the NCAA tournament. I think Sanaya could potentially do that, and we'll see once the playoffs get here. What kind of run the Screaming Eagles can make, but I think if their realistic goal is to get to a state championship after reaching the East Final last year and losing to Southeast Raleigh. Southeast Raleigh's not the same team they were last year, so I don't think they'd have to run into them again. So I think the East is pretty wide open, and Ashley could definitely make it to the state championship, which would be pretty awesome. One area that I want to talk about with Sanaya's game, we all know obviously how athletic she is, and she's become a great shooter. She hit a couple threes in that game Friday night. I think the part of her game that has improved the most is free throw shooting, and I think that's important. She always has gotten to the line a bunch. I looked it up today, and as a freshman, she shot 54% from the free throw line when she was at Laney. Got there a bunch, but struggled to make them. So far this year, she's shooting 79%, which is a tremendous growth. And if you're going to get to the free throw line that much, those are free points. You got to be able to capitalize on them. So, shooting close to 80% from the free throw line, that'll work. I mean, that's a great percentage. So, I think that's also why her scoring average has gone up so much, is because she's getting those points from the free throw line. Move over to swimming now, where we had some terrific performances last week, and the season wrapped up. Liza Murtaugh from Cape Fear Academy, a senior going to Boston College, ended her high school career with 4 state championships and helped Cape Fear Academy girls finish as the NCISAA Division II runners-up. So congratulations to Liza. She's been the Coastal Prep Swimmer of the Year twice already in her career, and that list will come out here in the next couple weeks. I'm going to do swimming, volleyball, and cross country. Release those all around the same time. So we'll see who ends up taking home the Player of the Year honors and gets first and second team all Coastal Preps. So be looking forward to those. But Liza definitely in the discussion for another Coastal Preps Swimmer of the Year honor. In diving on Friday, Hoggard's Jason Bunn, he's going to West Virginia next year. He finished second in the state, which is another terrific accomplishment. Last year he was the state champion. This year just fell a little bit short, but still nothing to hang his head about with a second place performance. So Terrific career for Jason. Gonna miss having him and seeing what he can do when he's diving. But it's a sport that's growing here. We've got some young female divers at Hoggard. Nathan Nichols is a diver for New Hanover, so hopefully that sport will continue to grow here. And if it does, a lot of thanks is going to be because of Jason and what he was able to do at the high school level. On Saturday at the 4A state championships, we had Callie Parks finish with two top three finishes. She was second in the 50 freestyle and then third in the 100 freestyle. So another swimmer that's right there in the running for Coastal Prep Swimmer of the Year is Callie Parks from Hoggard. Jenna Grill from Laney, third in the 50 freestyle. So great job from Jenna. And then we had two boys finish fifth. We had Will Parker finish fifth in the 50 freestyle, and Logan Butner finished fifth in the 100 breaststroke. And then Topsails Chase Davis also had a terrific meet on Thursday in the 3A meet. So the boys is going to be really tough for me to decide on a swimmer of the year. I'll go through this week and look at times and results and try to come up with that this week. Also coming up this week, we've got some big important games. We've got tomorrow evening, Hoggard and New Hanover boys soccer, both undefeated, both cruising right now. That'll be their first meeting of the season, and I'll be on hand to provide updates from that on Twitter, and then obviously I'll have a photo gallery and a story up on the website later. So big boys soccer match in the Mid-Eastern Conference. Basketball season for the public schools. The regular season wraps up this week. A lot of boys teams in the Mid-Eastern Conference are going to play 3 games just because we've had so many teams on quarantine. So it's going to be a busy week for basketball. Haven't decided on a conference champion yet on the boys or the girls side. Ashley girls have the lead right now, and they need to win their last 2 games to secure the Mid-Eastern Conference championship. And on the boys side, New Hanover is currently undefeated, so they control their own destiny as well. We're going to have some playoffs coming up here for the private schools. The NCISAA playoffs will begin this week. We had football practice begin on Monday, and in a couple weeks we're going to have games there. So it's a busy time, as always. For any high school or middle school sports coverage, visit coastalpreps.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Provide lots of updates on there as well. So hope you guys have a great weekend and a great week, and we'll talk to you next Sunday. Bye-bye.